Oh my God, is this working? Please somebody say it's working. It's not working. Okay. Is it going to stay working though? That's the question. It doesn't look like it's working. Oh, you see me. Okay. It says I'm offline. Look. Look. On my computer. See there? Offline. No green line. But it says you see me. And I've got a moving picture now. What the hell? When in doubt, hit reload. Let's try that. I know we've got a bit of vlogception going on at the moment. Oh, and now we're live. What's going on? Okay. Let's go with it. Okay. Oops. No, don't you start now. Seriously, don't start. Stay where you damn well live. No. Oh, mother of chickens. Or as my grandmother would say, heavens to Murgatroyd! Why? Why? Oh! I'm just scared to touch it now in case it falls down again. I think I need some of that magic sticky stuff. I need some of that magic sticky stuff that my dad puts on threaded screws. Do you know what I mean? It's like string, but it's like putty string, and you wind it round screws, and then you screw them together and they don't come undone ever again. I need my dad to send me some. Note to self, FaceTime Papa Gnome. Let's move this out of the way. So, in lieu of the technical difficulties I'm having today, Twitch would not connect this morning, and it's just taken me 28, well, I started about 5:02 because I usually start to try to check in early. It's taken me 33 minutes to get this working. I do need coffee, pizza and chocolate. I have coffee. We're on a budget, so we don't have pizza and chocolate, but I can do pizza. I can do cheese on toast later, which is close enough. I mean, it's the same thing, isn't it? Cheese on toast, pizza. Let me just down a tiny bit. Okay. So, in lieu of the technical difficulties... Oh, and my phone, right? Look at this. Look at that. Well, you won't be able to read the exact number, but it's single figures, right? 9% battery. I just took it off the charger at 2 o'clock. So that needs a battery now. I'm having a day. Did Mercury go back retrograde or something? Did it bounce or what? I'm going to just... I had my plan, you see, because somebody's purchased, I think it's Jen, thank you very much, Jen, has purchased one of the cat journals. So, one of 3 cat journals is sold. And I had great plans to get that out this afternoon and start doing some more to it. Because I thought since that one's sold already, I might as well work on that one first. And then I can catch up on the others. Jen Marcus, there we go, that's the Jen. Jen's purchased the Mad Hatter, was it? I only glanced at it and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning and I can't remember exactly, but I think it was the Mad Hatter you got. So obviously I want to try and finish that one first because it's already sold now. She's a site member, so she can pre-order. The other 2 are still available. But I had plans. I was going to get my sewing machine out for you. Oh, the Black Cat is the Halloween one. I've got to email you anyway, so I always double check that people have ordered the right thing and that that's the one they want and everything else. So don't worry, I will get back to you later. I would have got back to you earlier, but I've been having a day. Yesterday, are you ready for this? Guess what I did yesterday? You'll never guess. You'll never guess. Guess what I did yesterday. Hey Rach, let me come back to this one because I'm not showing you anything on the desk at the moment. Guess what I did yesterday? I'll give you a clue. It starts with a vl and it ends with a og. I vlogged, yeah. And honestly, if this hadn't worked this time, there would have been a message in the community chat saying, well, I can't get on live, but here's the vlog. Oh, my red. Yeah, I've had this for a while now. A few weeks at least. Hi, Ina. I tend to forget because I'm not always on camera on YouTube. I don't always make it to YouTube. I know everybody doesn't always make it to the live ones. And my students see me every week, twice a week, usually without fail, unless I'm sick or have technical issues. So they get to see me, and there was no Twitch today. I couldn't get on. It wouldn't let me on. If you were following me on Instagram, Rachel, you would know this. You are following me on Instagram. How do you not know this? I couldn't get on. Couldn't get connected. Again. And I couldn't text you because my phone died, because my battery dies in like 2 hours. So I'm this is my stress level right now. But we've got coffee. And Cody, who has also vlogged today and just uploaded it. So go follow her channel. Put your link in, Cody. And I think I've changed it so that everybody else who wants to put their links in can do so, but I might not have, I don't know. What I'm going to do is anybody who's in class, I'm going to add you as an authorised user, so you'll be able to add links. Well, you should get notifications. You need to turn it on your phone. It's automatic. Remind me. Send me a message on Messenger so that when I check in tonight for Urban Sketches, I see it and I remember to text you how to get your notifications. Instagram, yeah. I've got toffee nut latte. It's not as nice as it sounds, but they didn't have any gingerbread because they relaunched gingerbread, and of course they all sold out in a matter of minutes. So, Dragon Master, hello. Are you new? I don't recognise your name. I think you have to turn them on manually on Instagram for each person. No, you can have them on for the whole thing, but that's what she needs to do, Luna. Yeah, she just needs to turn them on for like me and Cody, because me and Cody are the only two who upload regularly that she watches. She's only got people from the class on because she's not on it. It's very sweet, yeah. I don't like it. That art looks amazing. Oh, thank you. There's one up there. It's my Bridget. Oops. She's just finished curing. I just need to edge her. She's very cool. She's got metallic bits and everything. She's for sale on my website. And then there's my Wolfie. over here. He's not finished yet. He's a work in progress, and he's not for sale. He's mine, which is why he's not finished yet, because I never get time to work on my own projects. How long did it take me? That particular one I did on Twitch over a series of like 7 sessions. So it was 7 2-hour sessions, plus one we ran over, but that's only like 14 hours. That includes chat and all sorts of arsing about that we do over on Twitch. So I would estimate maybe 10 hours a day, 2 days. Let's say 2 days. Caramel latte. I want my gingerbread lattes. I don't like this one, it tastes nasty. Go to row and click the top. Oh, you talking her through it, Luna, thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. Because you can turn on notifications now for stories and for posts. Either or. So if you do it for me and for Cody, you'll get Cody's lives as well. And Bun, if you're following Bun. Oh, thank you very much. And welcome to the channel. You're obviously new, or you would have seen that one before. So, hi. Right, let's get on with what we were going to do today. Oh, I feel rushed and now, but... Centre. Come on in a piece. I don't have all day. Cody suggested the other day doing a thing to show you some older sketchbooks. Now, when I think of old sketchbooks, I think, you know, for me, old is the 1990s when I was at university, or when I'd just left university and I was getting out into my teaching career and stuff like that. But then I remember that the 1990s was actually 30 years ago and not 15 to 20 years ago. And I remember that anything after 2000 and before 2015 is considered old. So I actually have a sketchbook that I found the other day. And I'm probably going to have to figure out the correct positioning. Yeah, I know, the 1990s is 30 years ago, not 15 to 20. I feel very old. Okay, if I put it about there, I can see what I'm doing and you can see the pages fairly straight. There's not much in this one. I started it and I never finished it because it wouldn't lie flat. And then the other night I found it again and I thought, ooh, look at all those. Oh, hey, Anna. We're going on a day trip. Me and Anna are going on a day trip next week, hopefully. I might have to postpone it to the week after, but I'm hanging fire on that. I don't like changing plans too much unless I have to. But hopefully this Thursday we're going to Stratford, which is the birthplace of William Shakespeare, and it's also where Magic Alley is, which is not unlike Diagon Alley. So that's going to be fun, as long as it's not raining or snowing, which it's been for the last 2 days. Anyway, yeah, this one frustrated me because it never laid flat. And like 10 pages in, I was already getting the hump life happening, which is ridiculous for a 192-page sketchbook. And then I started using it again the other day and I got so annoyed with it, I just ripped the spine off. And now it lies flat. So, there you go. Like I say, there's not much in this one, but... This is from 2013. This is an old address, so don't worry about that. Old address, old phone number, old everything. In fact, the only thing that's still relevant on there is my email, and that, if found, the reward is tea and cake. Mad Hatter. I always reserve these 2 pages of my sketchbook or journal for stickers and business cards and the traditional Terry's chocolate orange sticker. I have one of those in every journal I have ever owned because I am incapable of going more than a month without the Terry's chocolate orange. You don't get this figure without Terry's chocolate oranges, okay? And the more you eat, the more orange shaped you get. I had seen the Despicable Me movie. How long have I been creating art? As Chris Mould would say, it's not a case of when I started making art. I made art as a child and I never stopped. That simple. But professionally, I've been a professional artist for 10 years. Oh, 10 years last week. 31st of March 2006 I launched my shop. No, 2006 is 13 years. Crikey, you see what I mean? No, they're not my wise words, they're Chris Mould. But Chris Mould is awesome. Check him out on Instagram. English doodly artist. He is very well known for his children's books. He might even have been one of the art laureates at one point. Or was that Chris Riddell? I can't remember. But he's a very clever man. And yes, that's what he says. It's not a case of when he started, he just always made art and never stopped. I'd just seen the Despicable Me movie. This is why I do visual stuff in my journals. Light bulb. See? That's what journals are for, guys. This started off as a journal. Luna is now finding out why I don't show Rachel how to do anything technical unless I absolutely have to. Because it's not the fact that she doesn't know how to do it. She doesn't follow instructions. You can say, click the 3 dots until the cows come home. And eventually she'll say, I can't see the 3 dots. But until then, she'll tell you everything else she can do. Oh, I love you, Rach, but you and technology. You and technology, man. Yeah, don't report my username. Do not do that, even accidentally. Don't even go there. I'm so tempted to jump in and help because I know what she's doing wrong, but no, Luna's on it. I'm just going to carry on with this. This started off as a art journal for, I think, the year before One Book July. I suddenly had this idea of, ooh, wouldn't it be fun if I just used one book for absolutely everything like I used to do back in ye olde days? And then, because I started a new sketchbook and it happens every so often, I said, ooh, let's try and be less goth. You know, every so often I have these moments where I go, let's try and wear more colour. Let's try and use more colour. Let's try and use a colour I really don't like. I do not like yellow. And yesterday I hated this page so much I went in with black ink. And now I like it a little bit more. But yesterday it was bright yellow. Oh, good luck, Luna. So, yeah, summer edition. This lasted all of one day. And then I went, no, I hate yellow. I'm going back to blue. So this is where I was doing... I just got into Copic markers and alcohol markers, actually. This is Pro Markers. Freaky baby face. I don't know what it is about that baby face that's freaky. But he's freaky. He reminds me of Benjamin Button, and I don't like it. Oh. I'm trying not to watch what they're doing, but it's so funny. I hope it's entertaining. I was watching Will Terrell's channel, He doesn't upload so much anymore since he had him and his wife had a little boy, I think, and he doesn't upload so much anymore. He's a busy dad. But this was one of his quotes: "There are no mistakes in life. There are only things that didn't go according to plan." Today did not go according to plan. Random phone numbers, bits of notes. Difference between art and art journals is journaling. That was another quote, but I didn't write down who it was from. Nail polish that I wanted to buy because I liked the colour. Hey, Amber. No, she hasn't got that far, Cody. She hasn't got that far. She's got to turn them on. And she wouldn't have turned them off in her phone settings because she wouldn't know how to. Trust me. They all laugh at me in class when I say, no, I'm not explaining to Rachel how to do that. And now they're finding out why I don't explain how to do stuff to Rachel. Ballpoint pen sketches. My old default. When in doubt, draw mushrooms and ballpoint pen sketches. Yeah, these are all markers actually. That's marker, that's marker. I think that's watercolour and pen. That's marker. It was less about the drawing and more about trying to do the shading and blending. I was trying to get smooth blending and then dry, sharp blending, and I gave up and ended up going in with some black paint and white paint to sharpen up. I'm not a big fan of markers, and shortly after that a friend of mine said, here, try my Copics, they're much better, and you'll see that later on. 25th of June 2013. So this is actually started at the same time as that sketchbook, or possibly that sketchbook is the one that I started using when I discovered this one was too heavy to carry about. Movies I went to see, that's the Despicable Me movie. Random collages and notes and sketches. A page of dogs. Be More Dog has been a thing for me for a while. There's a meme about how to be a dog that's not PG channel worthy. If you can't eat it, that's how it starts. And then Luna's now reached the point where she goes, okay, Rachel, let's just start again, okay? Let's just start again. Keep going like that for another 25 years or so and you'll be like, right, where I am. Oh. Bless. She tries so hard, but she's better with a camera. Trust me, she's way better with a camera. She's a photographer. Yeah, the other part of Be More Dog is, you know, the meme where there's like the man and the dog walking in the park, and the man has the thought bubble with all this crazy stuff going on in it, and the dog has the thought bubble where it's just a picture of him and his human walking in the park. That's the Be More Dog thing, you know, be in the moment. All the hippy-dippy kind of be in the present moment stuff, but in a much more row type thing. So Be More Dog is my thing. And this was just a collection of really cool images that I found from magazines. A cool quote there: happiness is being at home with my dog. I think happiness is moments, minutes in life you spend with someone you adore. In my case, my dog or a few select friends. Manolo Blahnik. And then I just wrote about the dogs and my cat that I had at the time. This was just me doodling people. And at this point I'd got frustrated with pro markers apparently, and I went back to watercolour and pencil. Just quick doodling. This is the kind of stuff I do when I'm listening to podcasts. I'm trying not to watch chat because it's absolutely fascinating. Watch somebody else deal with it for a change, but I'll read it later. This was when Talia Joy passed away, and all the Instagram artists, all the beauty gurus did a tutorial, one of her tutorials as a tribute, and all the Instagram artists did a portrait of her. So she's there with her lovely sparkly earrings. She was so beautiful. She had such an awesome attitude. She's greatly missed. Weird collages that I never got round to adding paint to, and weird collages that I added pen to. This is just playing with different types of pen and adding water to them to see what happened. And as you can see, some pens work really well with water and others just kind of barely there. Trying different shades of the same colour. This is ballpoint pen. Again, random collage doodles. There's no paint in here so far. And then this happened. This was the weekend I started doing my monthly art journal things. Art journal weekend thingy, we called it. And I had about 6 friends who used to come and join me in my massive studio that I had at the time. Tracy still comes up. She's coming up at Easter. The others, unfortunately, have all moved actually to other countries, except for one. So I don't run them anymore. I don't really have the space to do them anymore. But we had a challenge while we were there to use colours that we wouldn't normally do. So I went with pink because I'd done yellow already. And I thought, well, let me try it again, but I'll go pink this time. Maybe I can handle pink a bit better. I still get the urge to paint black all around the outside of this page, and I still might, because my yellow one looks so much better with all the black. This needs black. It just, nothing looks right unless it's got black on it. This little elephant is not mine. This was Stephanie, the Luthien, who is I think she still has a YouTube channel. She's a writer. She's got a blog. She made these and coloured them all in and gave them to us, and it's very cute. I thought that was really sweet. This, I think, is round about the time where I decided this book was way too big for a general carry-about. I'm trying not to look at chat, I'm sorry. A general carry-about journal, and I switched to that one, which you'll see in a minute. And I just started using this for sketching, so this was obviously me trying to sketch full figures and doing full body figures. We did full body figures several times in my classes. Catch you later, Kazia. You always have to rush off. One day you'll catch an earlier stream. I'll try and do an earlier stream one Saturday so you could actually get to see it. Yeah, full body figures. I try to avoid doing the whole super skinny girls or block figures that everybody does. I try to do curvy women because curvy girl myself. Most of the women I associate with are curvy girls. And, you know, people like to draw their own body type a lot. So if you're going to draw your own body type, you might as well do it properly. Random sketches of people walking, weird, creepy people. Now, this was when I got my Lamy Safari with purple ink. It was the purple special edition one. Can you tell? I was testing the different nibs. It came with a medium nib and I swapped it to a fine nib, and I was testing the ink flow and stuff like that. random doodles. And because the ink was waterproof, not waterproof, it's water soluble, I was playing with that as well, blending it with watercolours, blending it, I think this is marker actually. Yeah, that's marker. And then this is colour pencil. This was a page of bits and pieces where somebody asked me to do some designs, and I was convinced that I wasn't going to be able to do them because our styles were very different. I was correct. I didn't like what I was drawing. She didn't like what I was doing. But I salvaged the fox, and the fox is really cute, so I'm happy. This is the girl I draw everywhere. I doodle her all the time. I don't even know who she is, but she appears. You'll see her face in many, many journals. This was when I got the Copics from my friend, 19th of October 2013. This was me working with pro markers, and you can see how dull and fuzzy they look. And you know, like when you get grease stains on paper? That kind of happens with those alcohol markers. Didn't like pro markers at all. I ended up giving them away to a friend's son. And then look at the luminosity you get with the Copic markers. So much difference. Still don't like them. I'm not an alcohol marker kind of girl. I did, however, like the way they bled through and the effect you got when you drew on the back of them. So I played with that a little bit. More playing with Copic markers, this time layering up acrylics and watercolours and pencil over the top. Liked that a little bit better, but still not terribly sold on it. I've drawn this girl several times with different colour hair. She's actually... I've got one that's available actually in my shop that I haven't put up yet that's got green hair. It was around that time when all the multicoloured hair lobs were being started. Hate that one. Not even gonna go through that one. I don't like anything about that page at all. This is another girl that I've drawn several times. I've got her available with pink hair. I like this brown version. It worked really well, but again, I don't like markers. Maybe I need to use them on marker paper, but I don't want to spend so much money on a marker paper book. I don't like the way it bleeds. I don't like the way it fuzzes together. I mean, I know it's supposed to do that, but I don't like it. I just don't. This was from a class where we were working with pastels on coloured backgrounds, and I liked her so much I decided to put her in my book, despite her deformed neck. Hey Risha. This, I'm sure if you are a member of Little Raven Ink's Patreon or you follow her channel, you'll recognise this. This was one of her tutorials from way back in 2013, and it was doing those big chunky flowers that she does. Way out of my comfort zone. I don't do bright colours. I don't do big chunky flowers. I like to do my Jane Davenport neck. Is it? It's just long and out of proportion. She's got an Adam's apple that she shouldn't have. Her neck should finish here. They're still going, trying to get her to turn on notifications. She's on an Android, Luna, if that helps. I don't know if it's different on iPhone to Android. I do sometimes have that trouble with apps that what I'm looking at isn't what she sees. I don't know what phone you've got, so... Anyway, yeah, this was way out of my comfort zone. I think, looking back at it now, I could probably salvage it, because this gave me an idea for a technique that we actually did yesterday in class, and I think I could salvage this, so I may have another go and see if I can rework the page, because I kind of like... I like all the cool tones in the middle. If I took away that bit, I kind of would like all those cool tones. If I got rid of this. So I'm thinking if I black this bit out, because everything looks better with black, all those cool tones in the middle are actually kind of cool. This is back to my comfort zone, doing watercolours with colour pencil over the top. Love her hair. Absolutely adore that red colour. And just some spray inks and stencils. I got some new stencils and things, and I was just playing about with them. And then this again was from a class. A lot of people in my classes are older ladies, and who they wanted oh, sorry. They wanted to draw themselves. You know, that again, a lot of them were saying, well, it's all very well drawing whimsical pretty girls, but what if I want to draw me? I don't look like that. Nobody looks like that. Nobody's ever looked like that. Even when they were a whimsical pretty girl, they didn't look like that. So yeah, we were working on aging using simple lines and colour, hair colour and things like that. This was actually a study of a, well, not exactly a study, it's somebody else's painting that I did my own interpretation of. And again, I would like to revisit this one because I absolutely adore her. Somebody said they remind her of that Aurora, and it kind of does. It's almost like going back into autumn to winter. She's spring, obviously, winter to spring. This is more autumn to winter. Anybody recognise the picture who isn't in my class because they saw this yesterday? Anybody recognise the picture? Ten house points if you know the picture. Original artist. And this was one I just started drawing in a coffee shop one day and I just never finished. Because sketchbook pages don't have to be finished. And then yesterday I started doing this, which was the one inspired by that Courtney technique. But I actually went the whole hog with the blacking out and the white ink, and I love it. I love this effect. So I think I'm going to try this with that other page that I showed you there. I think this effect on that page would look pretty awesome. And I think that black, if I remember correctly, that black is acrylic paint. It's either acrylic paint or Sharpie. Either way, it's going to be waterproof. I very rarely put down anything black that's not waterproof unless I specifically want it to run. And then I already make it run. I don't, like I wouldn't draw lines like this in something that wasn't waterproof. If I want it to run, then I'll make it run from the start like this. And then I know it's not waterproof. It's just how I am. I prefer waterproof over water soluble, even though I do a lot of watercolour. But yeah, I think if I use that technique. So this was from class, and this yesterday, and this was just a paint along with me. And your phone can do it, Rachel. It's just that they're using a different app. They're using a different system. They're on the iPhone like me. Your phone can do it. This was for Buy Bun's Art Challenge, which is why I'm doing vlog every day in April, except for the first 3 days that I forgot. Because I thought, you know, if I'm going to be sketching every day, I can vlog every day, because at the very least you'll have the sketch for the day. Even if I forget to vlog, I can just record the sketch. So that's it. There's nothing else in here. It's on by default in Android's Luna. Push notifications are automatically on, and she wouldn't know how to turn them off. This is a gorgeous sketch journal that I had. I never actually finished it because it started getting really chunky and heavy. It weighs a ton. Can you hear that? That weighs a lot. It's really heavy. In fact, it's heavier. Yeah, it's heavier than this, and this is massive. But the paperweight is heavier in this, so it got too heavy to carry it. I was having shoulder issues. I had to let it go. But I might pick it up again and finish the paper out because I love this paper. Or I might even just cut the paper out and use it for sketching on. This is an Art Adventures book, and I want to get another one, but they are really expensive on Amazon. They are, oh sorry, not Art Adventures, Art Alternatives. Beautiful book. It was sent to me by a friend in America. They're a lot cheaper in America than they are here. Yeah, they're very easy to get hold of, but the paper is beautiful. I absolutely loved using this sketchbook. But like I say, it got very chunky and thick. The spine was going. I could use the paper for a junk journal, but I don't want to damage the spine. But I could use this as a sketchbook because that won't add any thickness to it. So I might do that. Or I could because this is A5, I could cut it to the width that I prefer, which is the moleskin large. So I could cut it out and leave like 1/2 inch or something and have this paper. I might do that because I can always use paper to sketch on that I put into my other sketchbooks as collage. So I might do that because it's beautiful to work on. I'll try and go a bit faster with this one. And my note from my friend, bless her. Lovely Briar. I miss Briar. June 2016, this says. But there's several notes in here from 2013. Again, old information, so don't worry about me showing addresses or anything on here. My puppies. Are sensible choices ruining your life? Don't be a slave to maturity. Get the insane brand Best Mate. Guaranteed to leave you astray. Gets you into all sorts of trouble. Comes complete with industrial strength. She crossed out vodka and put rum. Disgustingly long skirts, because we both wore really long maxi skirts and we kept tripping over them. And it says short skirts. We don't do short skirts. And monumental hangovers. Get one today. That was my card from my friend. And then I added some more cards to it. Hands. This tutorial on sketching hands is the most successful I've ever had, and I've never been able to find it again. It was on YouTube. I have never been able to find this, but I actually drew, as you can see, several hands in their style that worked perfectly, and then my style that worked perfectly. I need to find this tutorial again. So if anybody recognises this tutorial, this way of doing hands from a tutorial, please let me know, because I've tried working from this and I can't quite figure out, without the instructions, I can't do it. Dreamcatcher, again, collage and paint and creepy butterflies and new audiobook, Lissy's Story by Stephen King. Bit of journaling, bit of notes, random sketches. This was... Oh, somebody sent me a wrap. This was back when I had dreads, when I still had my original dreads. And they were coming to an end, I think, because I had them for like 7 or 8 years. And then I cut them off because they got too long and heavy, and I started again. So this is quite near the end. This might even be after I cut them off and I kept the wrap that somebody sent me. My bestie over in America. Random sketches and things that I liked. Rachel's car passed its MOT and she'll be coming up on Saturday. That's that, Rachel. Sparkly goth. She left home at 10 o'clock in the morning. She didn't get here till midnight. Don't ask. She got lost. It's a straight road. You go straight for maybe 200 miles and then you turn right. And she got lost. Sketching. Oh, the 100-day project, day 30. Interesting. So this is around June time. Yeah. Because I don't... No, maybe not June. May. Must be May. Rachel came up the 31st of May. Because this was the weekend that I got my daith piercing done. And I've never had a migraine since. Yeah. I've had headaches, never had a migraine. Go figure. But I don't think I finished the 100-day challenge. But funnily enough, I wanted to do it again this year. I thought if I do the April challenge, and then there's a May one, Mab Graves does one in May usually, although she just lost her dad very sadly. So she might not do it this year, but there's usually something going on in May. And then that's 61 days, you might as well do the other 40, right? And who knows, I might even vlog a lot of it. Collaging, sketching, doodling, photos. I don't need therapy, I need books and coffee. Yeah. My bestie again and her girl. Her dog. Ah. Oh, here we go. I'm sat waiting for Rachel to get here. She was supposed to leave her hometown at 7 AM. It's a 2-hour drive. It's just gone 3 PM and there's still no sign of her yet. Eventually I found out she didn't leave till after 10, but she still didn't get here till after midnight. This is my friend's dog who she's tripod now. She had a tumour on her spine and they were very worried about doing it, but she found a specialist who was happy to do take the risk to do the removal. And she oh, they're still trying to explain to Rachel how to do that. Oh, it's difficult over the internet, but it's even more difficult with Rach. Incredibly intelligent, incredible photographer, knows everything there is to know about cameras, but don't give her technology. I am talking about you getting lost, Rach. I don't know how you got lost on a straight road, but you did. And the funny thing was, she got lost right around the corner. Mr. Raccoon, I want to redo him. I want to redo him as a spirit painting with a... He needs a... Don't you think he needs a spirit wand? I think he needs a spirit wand, and I want to repaint him like my panda, like my spirit critters, my cosmic critters. Hey, Katie. Sorry, I need to hurry up. There's so much of this to get through, and I just talk all the time, don't I? Some days you make art, and that's okay. I can't say rude words anymore because you get demonetized, but it's also okay to tear it out and gift it to someone who likes it. Oh, I tore the page out. I tore this page out and gave it to Tracy because Tracy really liked what I'd done and I absolutely hated it. Yeah, I like this page. It's funny because I was looking at this and thinking, well, I like that page. I love this doodle. You know, obviously, I was enjoying it. That black has faded over time. That's interesting because it's been inside a journal. But the other page I didn't like. And I cut it out and I gave it to Tracy because she liked it. Real weird top hats. This is how much art I made while I was waiting for Rachel. Rachel finally set off after much faffing about. She should be here about 6. You want a copy of this? This one? I was actually thinking I might redo the black. Although I very rarely go back and redo journals, but I actually really like that, and I might try and do a print of it or something. I've got to go through my journals and start doing some prints because I finally got a merch place sorted out. Procrastination, I has it. I don't have procrastination anymore. Oh, that's an odd page. Oh, December 29th, 2015. That's Lemmy. I don't want to live forever, but apparently I am. That's what happens when you're a legend and you die. Oh, this was a page. I don't know where the other half of the page is, but this is what I do when I'm watching stuff. On the left, I was trying to work out what was going on, or I was making silly notes about stuff. And on the right, I doodle from the screen. But obviously this is a random page from another journal that fell out. Now watching, and then there were none. BBC drama. He's not who he says he is. Arrow, told ya. I just gave up and ordered pizza, yeah. She turned up with pizza, and I'd already eaten, because I'd given up on her actually ever getting there. Charles Dance's is a bit too calm. Maybe he knows something. Aidan's character is hilarious. Oh, Aidan Turner and Charles Dance. Yeah, and I figured out right at the beginning that Charles Dance was shady. We're all going to die, let's do drugs. Quote from the thing. This is what I do. How is Charles Dance killed by a gunshot? They said there wasn't any mention of a gun in the rhyme. He's not dead. Therefore, it must be him. Spoilers there. But yeah, the other page, I was drawing bits from the film as I was watching it. Oh, that's just a doodly. Another incredibly bright page. My Scooby. This is a sticker of a page that I did previously. Your pizza was not good. You brought Franken pizza, had freaking broccoli and cauliflower on it. Who puts broccoli on a pizza? Weirdo. Went to see Wicked. Amazing show. Got some Disney princess ponies in my Haribo egg, apparently. Neil Gaiman quote. How do you get over a broken heart? You don't, ever, not quite, but time can do amazing things. A deep wound scabs over and the scab becomes a scar, and then one day you look for the scar and it's barely visible. What's important is not how to become the normal. What's important is not to become the normal. I don't know what that says. Not to spend your life and your time and your attention on the hurt and the heartbreak. Oh, not to become the wound. There we go. Not to spend your life and time and your attention on the hurt and the heartbreak. Take it and make art with it instead, and use it to push yourself forward into things, not away from them. Good luck. That was after I broke up with my long-term ex. The Rock. Watching San Andreas. It's a really rubbish film, but I love it. Whenever I need a film to just listen to in the background, I put on San Andreas because I just really enjoy it. Art party in the garden with Miss Maddie helping. She's not allowed to stand on the glass table, so obviously she is, or was. Random pages that I really liked. That one's clipped together, so it must have something personal on it. Yep. Doodles, watercolour markers, inspirational art, goths in hot weather. Blah, yeah, 25 degrees, that was hot. But then last summer it went to 34 degrees. I was like, here we go. My Maddie, more doodling and collage and painty bits, and this is all done in colour pencil with pen and white paint. And she's got silver on her collar. And then I started using it as a diary and journal as well. Goths in hot weather, there you go, see? I was trying a technique there from Courtney. I can tell when it's Courtney inspired because it's got pink in it. The only time I ever use pink is if I've done a technique inspired by Courtney, because it reminds me that it's one of Courtney's. And it was taking a photo and then doodling around the photo, painting the background of the photo and doodling around it. It was okay, it worked. I like the red background, but the pink, neon pink, not so much. Creepy girl. There are no rules, just tools. That's another Will Terrell quote. Random bits of collage, testing my gouache, mixing colours. Painting, I use bit Susie Bluish. Yeah, I suppose so. Here's a more cutesy. Permanent pen, waterproof pen. I do lines with waterproof pen and then I paint over it to see how opaque it is. So I can see here that that is semi-transparent and this is not opaque at all, which is interesting for gouache. It must have been really cheap gouache. Watercolour pens. This is an art card by, I want to say Robin. Oh, I can't remember her name. She's got an Etsy shop and I can't remember her name. I'm really sorry. She's Sam Harding's friend. She used to do the dual. Do you remember back in the day when Sammy Harding used to do the dual prompts and they both did the same prompt and came up with different journal pages? It's her, the Australian girl. Absolutely love these. I've still got some. Drawing my computer desk. Late editing because my internet sucks. Oh, the joys of editing videos. Drawing my sparkly mug. I drew sparkles on it. It's pink, so obviously that was inspired by Courtney. Obama, and I don't know who that is. I obviously didn't do a very good job of drawing her because I don't know who that is. Even I don't recognise her. So if you recognise her, let me know because it was definitely from a photo. Definitely, because I was practicing block shading and planes of the face. I like drawing Obama because he's got a very chiselled face. Like most people have got soft faces. And like The Rock, it's almost like they've been chiselled out of stone. They've got very flat bits on their face. Alicia Silverstone. It could be. It could be. It's certainly somebody like that. Usually if I'm going to draw somebody, it's Liv Tyler, because I think she's absolutely gorgeous. But that's definitely not Liv Tyler. It could be Alicia Silverstone. Random sketches. I was just doodling here. This was a tutorial on YouTube, how to draw an athame, because people asked me how to draw an athame, so I did a tutorial on it. Sketching from my back garden, urban sketching, which is the view out that window there, but I was sat in the garden doing it. Self-portrait. Back in the day when I actually had pink hair. I don't like pink, but I like pink hair. There's no such thing as a bad drawing, just one that isn't finished yet. Chris Mould. Told you, lots of new watercolours. This is my new pan set that I got. This was working out. Oh, I was doing a calendar. This is thumbnails for a calendar. Yeah, I liked the pink, not shocking pink. I don't like neon pink on me. This was actually a bit too bright, but I liked the really dark rosy pink. I was looking at that the other day and thinking I might go back to that. Especially now I've transitioned to the orange, I can do pink now from the white, because I couldn't have put pink over the white, it would have gone pastel. And that would not be a good look. I can't do pastel colours. Yeah, this was working out a calendar. So this is thumbnails for the calendar. So I literally blocked it off and I had ideas for what I wanted to do. I wrote in one-word ideas and then I drew in the sketches. Playing with faces. That was for a friend's little girl. He asked me to do a whimsical portrait of his little girl, and he sent me a photo of her. And when I finished it, she was riding a ladybird. She had the reins in her hands, and she was riding a ladybird. Pink tends to look good on redheads. Yeah, it grows out well as well because it blends into your roots. Whereas any type of fake red, look, you can see my roots and they haven't even grown out yet. Maybe I'll go pink again. Maybe I'll do that later. Maybe. I don't know. It'll fade out to a really cool colour over this orange, so might. This has got to be Courtney inspired. Because I do not draw freaky bunnies and weird owls like that. So that's got to be Courtney inspired. That's just a random sketch doodle. You can see I put all sorts of crap in my journals. I was watching Taoyishi Parker Blogs. I can't pronounce his real name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tao. Yeah, I was watching him on YouTube, so I sketched him. I do that a lot. Just sketching whatever's in front of me on the screen. This was a practice session. Somebody was asking me how to draw symmetry in irregular objects. Not irregular objects, obviously, because they wouldn't be symmetrical if they were irregular, but polygons. Like, this is a regular object. This is not a regular object. This was a nature art trail. Oh, I went on this. It was a nature art trail around my local area, and they drew the map and everything, and they put spots in for areas of interest, and I took my sketchbook and I went and sketched all of the different areas. But I took it in my... off to feed the niffler. Looks like Courtney when she did the bunny craze. Yeah, I'm sure that's Courtney. I'm sure that's Courtney inspired. Absolutely positive, because I would never draw weird bunnies like that. And I would certainly never draw weird vultures like that. I would draw weird vultures, absolutely. But I wouldn't draw them like that. So that is a girl on Instagram, Mafusoon. Damn, I should have written her name on there. Mayhafsoon. Absolutely beautiful girl. She does belly dancing videos on... She's an Indian goth, and she does belly dancing videos on YouTube to metal. Like Metallica and stuff. She's fabulous. I'm sure her name is Mayhafsoon. Yeah. Gene Wilder passed away. I never used to believe in fate. I used to think you make your own life and then you call it fate, and that's why I call it irony. I love him. Tiny doodling, sketchnoting, Maddie's bum under the bed. Still no internet. Oh, you can tell when I have no internet. This happens. What were we on? Day 3? No internet, but it's 28 degrees outside, so I'm sat in the garden having an impromptu day off. Middle of August, 28 degrees, very hot. Listening to Hex by Thomas Old Hewitt, read by Jeff Harding, who makes the female characters sound like Marge Simpson. See, don't tell me you don't have anything to journal about. This is the kind of crazy things you can journal. Oh, inspired by Abby C. ABC of journaling. Her name's Abby C, but all her books are called ABC of something. It's very clever. But she does all this tiny drawing, sketchbooking type doodling. Still no internet apparently. I went out urban sketching and collecting Pokemon. I don't have my phone. If anybody knows how to get round this, actually, please tell me. or if anybody knows a techie who might know how to get around it, my phone, I've got an iPhone 5S, but the Wi-Fi doesn't work, but I have unlimited data. But every time I try and download Pokemon Go, it says, this app is too big, download on Wi-Fi. So if anybody knows how to get around that, please tell me, because I can't download it on Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi chip is broken, which is why I use this phone for my regular phone, because I've got unlimited data. I don't need Wi-Fi until I want to download a big app off the App Store. I can't find a way to allow it to let me download on data, which I would have thought it should do if you've got enough data to do it. You should be able to tick it and say allow data downloads, should you not? Please, if you know how to do that, because I'm desperate to get back to Pokemon Go. I know it's sad, but I like it. Autumn page. Oh, look, another chocolate orange. This month's pin board. Love and Magic. Madame Perot. Oranges, pumpkins, yeah, ginger cats, hodge figs. We're into September now. Oh, that's an interesting week to a page. I root my phone, so I haven't been able to play Pokemon Go in a long time. I've got plenty of free space, yeah. I did check that. What it's doing is it says I can't download it on data, it's too big, please use Wi-Fi. But I don't have Wi-Fi, and they've taken the thing off iTunes. You used to be able to download an app on iTunes and then sync it to your phone. But some genius took away app organisation in iTunes at some point, and you can't do that anymore. But yes, I do have enough free space. Everything is stored on cloud because I've got the unlimited data, so I automatically back up to cloud and it automatically deletes. And I have very few apps on there. And 32 gigs of storage, so yeah. Daphne's Diary. Yes, it was a Daphne's Diary page, you're right. I should have known that from the text, shouldn't I? Definitely a Daphne's Diary page. I thought it was a really interesting way of doing it. Interesting quote. Adjectives in English absolutely have to be in this order. Option, size, age, shape, colour, origin, material, purpose, noun. So you can have a lovely little old rectangular green French silver whittling knife. But if you mess with the word order in the slightest, you'll sound like a complete maniac. It's an odd thing that every English speaker uses the list, but almost none of us could write it out, and we're never taught it. And as size comes before colour, green, great dragons don't exist. I don't know where that quote is from, but I love it. It's true though, isn't it? You have great green dragons, but you don't have green great dragons. It's just something we automatically know, like all the Beatles lyrics. You never actually taught them, but you know them. Dark mornings, hot coffee. That's the school that's just at the back of my house there. Beautiful building. MacGyvered my palette. It's now officially called Roguivering, TM. Drawing is capturing the illusion of reality, Alfonso Dunn. Awesome YouTuber, go follow him. Sketching, doodling, there are no rules, just tools. I must have liked that quote because I've put it in a couple of times. Sketching the local church, there's a couple of local churches. And whatever he is. I think he's from Daphne's Diary, or he might be from Flow magazine. I don't know, he's a little cut-out card. But I thought he was cute, so I put him in there. This awesome guy got on a bus at the same time as me, and he stayed on long enough for me to sketch him. What iOS am I on? Whatever the latest one is. I've got an iPhone 5S, and it's on whatever the latest thing is. Oh, and my battery's dead. I need to I'm down to 1% battery. Wonder if it'll tell me. What is my general? About 12.2. I just updated it the other day. Oh. Go around in settings in App Store and check for settings. Maybe there will be something in connections or settings. Oh, right. Okay. Actually in the App Store. Like online in the App Store or on my phone in the App Store. That's really useful. Thank you, Abra. Is that right? Abra. Thank you. That's let's screenshot that and I'll check it later. Off to do adulty things. Okay, see you later, Amber. Yeah, this guy, apparently, he dresses like this all the time. He had the most beautiful red velvet coat, rose in his lapel, a yellow cravat, not just a tie, a yellow cravat. The crispest white shirt I've ever seen. Beautiful thick grey hair in a ponytail with a velvet ribbon on it. A goatee that looked like he had literally just walked out of the barber's, and this huge green hat that was all decorated. And I've seen him in other seasons. This was in, obviously, end of September, October, and he had full decorations on his hat. And I've seen him in the summer, and he has flowers on his hat. So he changes the decorations on his hat. And at Christmas, he has, like, tinsel and holly and stuff. He's absolute character. Very cool. And he's got one of those walking canes that's like, it looks like ebony and it's got like a big brass handle on the top. He is way out there. I love it. It's awesome. Talking about ink properties, salvaging Halloween tape that people sent me, more chocolate oranges. Told you, one a month. Pumpkin spiced everything, creamy pumpkin soup. That's from Daphne's Diary. Whoa. Oh, listening to On Writing by Stephen King. My default listen when I can't decide on an audiobook. I still do that. I've listened to that book about 100 times now. Sketching in Costa, coffee shop journaling, counting down the sleeps to Halloween. This was our first Urban Sketchers Stoke meeting. USK Stoke, our very first meeting. I'd found a girl who was going out sketchbooking herself and trying to get a couple of friends to go, and I had nobody to go with because I'm Billy No Mates, because I'm always here talking to you guys. And I found her and I said, hey, have you heard of urban sketching? I think I know how you can download it because I don't think that's in the settings. I'll send you a link on IG. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Risha. Yeah, if you would, I will. That would be awesome. Because you used to be able to download apps in iTunes and sync them to your phone, and that's gone. So I don't know how to do it without Wi-Fi. But there must be a way of downloading on data. There's got to be. But I can't find how to do it. I thought when I plugged my phone in, I'd be able to do it, but I can't do it. I haven't been able to find out how to do it that way either. Thanks, guys. I will try that because I really need my Pokemon Go. Especially now I've got my car. I travel all over the place with my car. Well, urban sketching is getting better and better. Well, it's just practice. Thank you, but it is just practice. This is from 2016. So I'd been urban sketching for about 3 years at this point. But this is the very first meetup that I did with Laura for Urban Sketchers Stoke. And about 6 months later, we got our official Urban Sketchers Stoke thing because we'd done enough meetings. This must be something to do with Courtney. Oh, it's a self-awareness power questions thing that she did. Random sketching and doodling, Halloween stuff, more urban sketching, apple crumble cake recipe, drawing from my bed. Oh, I think I was sick and I was lying in my bed drawing. More sketching, more art shows and things, and when in doubt, draw your pen. changes really. My sketchbooks and journals are very much the same. Hellhound. I got the Hellhound on the dragon game that I play. That's on my Android, and I can't use it at the moment because that battery's dead too. I use it as my iPod. How to make your own watercolour paint. Dark excursions. Oh, this was the local Churnet Valley October Halloween ghost train. They do it every year and it's awesome. Look at all this awesome leaflets and stuff. I went on that. It was fantastic. It's kind of like a reverse ghost train. You know, like normally you have the house and you go on the ghost train into the house. This was like you went on the train and the ghosts came to you. It was really cool. Really, really cool. Playing with not Hyperdex. Come on, what's it called? You know what I mean. Chronodex? Chronodex, there you go. You're practicing more so I can see how your style has changed and improved. Well, I practice all the time. I just don't always show it. Chronodex, yeah, thank you. Crazy Girls, still eking out the Halloween thing. 3 things that can't long stay hidden. Yeah, that's the wrong order. Cannot stay hidden long. Sounds better, but then that's... No, you can't do it that way because it's grammatically incorrect. The moon, the sun, and the truth. That's cool. Whoa, more pink. Again, that must be a... Yeah, that's painting. That's altering photographs with bright pink, so that's a Courtney thing. That's another Courtney thing. That's a Courtney collage. Current mood. I don't want to do things. Things suck. That was a doodle I saw on Instagram, a comic I saw on Instagram. I can't remember the artist. I usually write the name. Creepy moon faces. Oh, watching the election. Oh, watching the election. Yeah. Hence the I don't want to do things. Things suck. That election. Thinking of going back to red hair again, apparently, but I never did at the time. Kind of want to, but that red doesn't suit me. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only light can do that. Only love can do that. I mistyped the quote. I miswrote the quote. Martin Luther King. Of all the people you're going to get wrong, it has to be Martin Luther King, doesn't it? Courtney Flowers. Leonard Cohen. If it be your will that I speak no more, and my voice be still as it was before, I will speak no more. That's really sad. Oh my god. And then I sorted out my dreads. See? Fixed my dreads because they were crazy. Bar humbug, watching Scrooge. I do it every year. Is it... What does that say? Is it too early to start watching Christmas movies? No, it's November. Courtney. That was using Courtney collages to create something completely different to what she was doing. This is a really cool sticker. It's an Alice in Wonderland sticker. I have some more of those somewhere. That was something somebody sent me. Started doing more chronodexing and some of the... Oh, cartoon a day. Stoke Artist at Work day. You had to cartoon your day and you had to do it like every hour or every half hour or something. And I couldn't do it every hour, but I did do like 8 till 10, 10, 10:30, 11, 11:45, 12, 1. Yeah, my computer died. 4 till 7:30, and then evening. That was fun, actually. Chronodexing, sketchbooking, colour pen testing and doodling, and oh, this was when I got my new Holbein watercolours. Look at those colours, they're so beautiful. Love those. Got some new glasses apparently. That was the last time I had new glasses. This is why I can't see anything. I need new glasses. Sketching in coffee shops again. Ah! I got a text from Costa saying the gingerbread lattes were out. So I went in to get my first taste of Christmas gingerbread lattes. And now they've added them to the menu. So you can get them all the time. Tisha Moore. And Tisha Moore inspired doodling. This is a Courtney collage from her December page. I was busy working on Christmas Chronicles, so I used her doodle for my December page. I really liked this way of planning. Maybe I should start adding that to my bullet journal again, because I really did enjoy using a Chronodex. I find it very useful for working out how long how long I've spent on things looking back. More Courtney collage again. I get really lazy around. Well, not lazy. I get lazy in my journal around November, December because I'm working on Christmas Chronicles and I have to get ahead of everything. So I spend 2 weeks cramming. The Muppet Giant from my favourite movie ever. It's the first Christmas movie I watch every year. It's the last Christmas movie I watch every year. And I watch it probably every other day between the 1st of November and the end of New Year. This is the Muppets Christmas movie. Best movie ever. I love it. I really like him too. I love that picture. Nearly Christmas, time to put up the lights in the tree. Maddie, those wonky teeths. The best face to come home to. Oh yeah, they had a Spitfire in the local museum, so I spent a day sketching that. That's in my big sketchbook. This was around the time that I realised this book was getting heavy and chunky. And I think I ended up finishing it at the end of the year. I think that's why I didn't finish it. Scooby. Half-finished pages, The Cold Moon. This was a tutorial. I never finished the background. I used Courtney collages for the background and I didn't like it. I think at some point I thought I'll just paint it black and do something else. And I never got around to it. But I did these over the top. This is vellum with watercolour stuck onto it. And watercoloured, and then it looks like a cutout, and I put the sparkly things. It's a nice way of hiding your journaling if you want to do something like that. It also looks really effective in like a book of shadows or something. Puppy! Look at that cute card. Magic of Christmas, my puppies. Yeah, this is getting sparse now because I'm so busy. My friends. Annam and my god girls. Claire. Foxy, when she had her hair cut, and she looked sassy, and now she's all lionessy again. And Jazz that's the girl who owns the tripod. Susie, Carrie, Vicky, Courtney, Hanky, it's Maddie's boyfriend. My mama and Papa Gnome. And Cassie with Santa. She goes to see Santa Paws every year. Have her photo taken. I tried to do that with Maddie and she leapt at him and tried to lick his face. Yeah, my journaling got sparse. I was doing Christmas Chronicles in a separate book and I think that's why my journaling got so... Terry's Chocolate Orange. I told you it was a theme. Every book. Your day is about to become a little more enchanted. Oh, that's a business card from someone, and I don't know who because I stuck it down, so I must have another business card somewhere. Santa, Rudolph, after Christmas Eve. I think that's it in this book. Oh yeah, some minions. And then I've got all this spare paper, look. And I've got my monthly calendars at the back, and class videos and notes and YouTube videos and bullet journaling notes and payments, and underneath all of these, there's like finance stuff and things. See, this is all the videos and blog posts, and I was doing Vlogmas as well, so no wonder I have no journaling. I've had people ask before, you know, what happens if you're not journaling? And I always remember a quote, and I think it's from Anais Nin. Don't quote me on that because I can never remember who said it, but I think it was Anais Nin, and she said, I never worry about gaps. I don't think she said gaps, but she never worries about gaps in her journals because the times when you don't journal say as much about you as the times when you do. Just means you were busy doing other things. Like at the moment, I haven't journaled this month because I'm busy sketchbooking and vlogging and doing other things. I don't worry about not journaling. I don't feel it. If I started thinking that I had to journal every day, or I had to journal chronologically, or just that I had to journal, I wouldn't enjoy it. And I don't think that should be the case. I don't think you should just not enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, then you should probably class notes and things, pen tests, pencil tests, testing the paper, random Phantom of the Opera thing. That's weird because I didn't go to the Phantom of the Opera. Oh, my parents went. My parents went to the Phantom of the Opera and they brought me a flyer back. And that's the sticker that was on the front of the sketchbook, so I knew where to get it. And then that's the bottom of the sticker on the front, the inkydragon.com. That's where my Fox's sticker was. I bought some prints from her and she sent me a sticker. So there you go. If you get your eyes checked too much, your eyes get worse faster. I thought that was a myth. People say that, but I thought it was a myth. I thought it was just that after 40, your eyes gradually get worse anyway. And it just feels like that because you get glasses and then they deteriorate and you get new glasses. That's interesting hearing that coming from somebody who's an optician, because I honestly thought that was a myth. My eyes have not changed other than needing reading glasses. The last time I got glasses, my vision has not changed since I was 6 years old. Suddenly, the last time I was getting to that point where my arms weren't long enough. So they said, yeah, you need reading glasses. But the weird myopias and stuff that go on in my eyes, which is the reason I wore glasses in the first place, they haven't changed since I was 6. I think that's what drew me to bullet journaling. I can kind of plan, but if I don't get around to it, I don't feel like I'm wasting pages. Oh yeah, my planning, I do bullet journaling for exactly that reason. Sometimes I can go for a week without needing to plan, and then other times I need to plan like every hour of every day or I can't keep control of things. And I'll keep that one out. I've got a couple of pages I want to scan out of that one. If it'll go in the scanner, it's a chunky beast. It weighs so much. I can't believe how heavy it is. And I was only 3/4 of the way through it when I stopped. Imagine how heavy that would have been if I'd finished it. I do want to salvage those pages though. Actually, look, I'm going to do that now. Why not? I'm just going to salvage the pages and chat while we do it. Oh, it's only been an hour and a half. I thought it'd been like 3 hours or something ridiculous. Usually my flips are 3 hours. Ooh, random Neo colour too. That should be in there. I don't know why they suddenly won't fit in my tin. Why do they not fit in my tin suddenly? They used to fit in my tin. Wait a minute. I know why they don't fit in my tin. I've put my art bars in here. That's why they don't fit in my tin anymore. They used to fit in my tin. Because these are basically the same. Not as waxy. Yes, these are very expensive Neocolor 2 crayons. Watercolour crayons. And yes, they're a complete and utter mess. And no, I don't care. I think it's awesome because it shows that I use them. I love it when you see people who've got really expensive supplies, but they're like really, really haggard. Like when you get those oil paint artists who've got super expensive tubes, massive tubes of paint, and they're all gnarled up and covered in stuff, and just, some of them with no lids on and things. There we go. That's why they don't fit anymore. They did fit, but not with those. There we go. Ah, sorted that out. Now I've got to find a pot to put those in, but I'm sure I've got one somewhere. Okay, let's grab a knife and a ruler and let's find the beginning of a signature. Oh, those are all, if I lift that up, it's like that, so I can take those out from the middle. I don't need to cut those. Very carefully pull them on one side, and then very carefully lift them out from under the strings on this side. I don't want to pull it too hard because I don't want to pull the strings. Yeah, that'll take some of the pressure off the spine, and the threads are still intact, but it's a little bit looser now, so that's cool. Now that means if I can find the next signature, I can take a big chunk out of that one as well. So there's that one, that's stuck to there. Huh, this might be easier than I thought. Darn it, now I wish I'd done this before. Because this is really good paper to sketch on. And I like to do that thing where you sketch and then you paste it down like a collage on top of a background. So those are stuck together. I'm losing my voice. Excuse me. When your pencils is down to a nub but you refuse to get rid of it until you can sharpen it. Oh, get a pencil extender or stick it in the end of a straw. Yeah, nubs. I never get rid of nubs. Nubs are awesome. I've got a jar of nubs. It's not a myth, it's different from person to person. Oh, well, thank you for that, Risha. I honestly didn't know that. Somebody along the lines somewhere, or somewhere along the lines, I had picked up the idea that it was a myth, and it was just that your eyes naturally deteriorate after 40. And somehow that stuck in my head as this is a fact, which is quite unusual for me. I'm very much into trust but verify. I tend to check things. So that's stuck, and that's loose. Oh, well, that's got notes on it, and that's got notes on it. Okay, I can live with that. Can't take that one out because it's attached to one back here. That one is attached to that, which is attached to that, which is attached to that, which is the end of this signature, which is attached to there. So That's it. Oh, ooh, that's good. That's taken, ooh, that's made it a bit lighter as well. That's taken some of the strain off the spine. Look, it's already looking better at the back there. Excellent. And now I've got lots of bits of paper bits of scrap paper. It's always useful to have bits of paper that I know I can sketch on and I know I can draw on, and it will take media. It's nothing more annoying than, well, there are a few things more annoying than picking up a piece of sketch paper or printer paper or something and you think it's a decent piece of paper and you do a great sketch, you really like it, and the minute you put some kind of media on it, the paper starts falling apart. That's when rage starts happening, guys. That's when rage starts happening. Oh, there we go. That will do nicely. Cool. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. I like bullet journaling for that reason too. Also like my Hobonichi more as a journal. Yeah, I don't get on with dated journals. I have 2 journals that I really enjoy and neither of them have dates. Oh, I've got another sketchbook here. Nothing on that page. Plants, parlour fern. Doodling, collage. When in doubt, stick paper on it and doodle over it. Outlined with a pen, coloured in with Crayola markers by the look of it. Or is that gouache? Oh, it might be gouache actually because it's quite opaque. I think the orange is Crayola markers. Drawing the puppers, inspired by Red and Howling on Instagram. This came out okay. This was supposed to be Caesar and Via, but that went very wrong and I didn't know how to salvage it. But I like Maddie and Scooby. I think they're cute. I might scan those and digitise them, turn them into stickers because I'd love some stickers. I love this page. Crazy rabbit. Oh, no, that way. This was one I really liked this design. I don't know where it came from, but I really liked it. I don't know if it's a picture or a painting or a photograph or what. I think it's a tattoo of on somebody's back, but I'm not sure if it's a painting of it. Whatever. I was really inspired by these colours. The blue with even the pink, the muted pink. I like this muted pink. And the creams. I really liked it and I was going to do some, you know, painting around the edge, collaging, urban sketching at this town's antique shop, sketching vintage chair details and things. A sunflowers page that I didn't finish in this journal. I liked it so much I redid it in my big book of shadows. You need dated journals. You get annoyed when you have to date them yourself. I like to have like with my bullet journal. Where's my bullet journal? I haven't written in it today, so I'm not sure where it is. Yeah, it's not there. No, I don't know where it is. I've got a card. I bought a big sticker. It's a 12-month sticker. It's a full page, about that big, A6. And then I've got individual ones for the months. And I like those because then I don't have to worry about dates. I've got them in front of me and that helps. Just purchased my first Moleskine large Carrier pack of 3 notebooks to try, and surprisingly I found I love them more than the Moleskine books. Yeah, I love the Carriers. That's why I buy these as sketchbooks. These are the C. White of Brighton A5s. And I cut them down to Moleskine size. But usually I use... This is a Moleskine. But I usually use several I don't have my other journals with me because I didn't plan on getting them out, but usually I use them in a book like this. Come on, in a piece, I don't have all day. See, I told you. Be more dog. Spring. Oh, that one's not finished, is it? That one's got lots of space in it. I either finish my journals and cram them so jam-packed. Oh, this is the one I was talking about. This is the format that I really like if I'm going to have dates. And a weekly layout is to have the week on one page and then notes on the other. That's my favourite format. Oh, there's the stickers that I use. That's last year's set. So that's the month, and then you get the year like this. I got them on Amazon. And I bought 2018, 2019 and 2020 all together. And then I don't need to have a dated journal, and you know, I can use a month, or I can stop any time and I can say, oh, I don't need to use this right now. I usually use this one when I've got a lot going on, like for December or October, when I have multiple things going on, multiple classes, multiple videos, and I'm doing Vlogmas and Vlogtober and goodness knows what else, multiple challenges. That's when I find I like this format. Because I have daily stuff and I grid it out, so I have my class stuff. I usually do it in order of priority, so it's like really important stuff that I must do, appointments, classes, scheduled things, etc. Other stuff that I want to do, like if I'm doing Vlogmas, I'll want to vlog. And then other things that I'm doing as and when I've got time to do them, and I catch up on them as I go, like if I'm doing a sketchbook challenge or something. So my main class, my appointments would be here, my main class would be here, then there would be Christmas Chronicles and Vlogmas, and then there would be anything else that I'm doing, because October and December I go crazy and I start doing all the things all at the same time. As you do. But yeah, this is a good... And there's that hair again. Hairs keep cropping up lately. I need to look up hairs. Hairs are obviously sending me messages of some sort. Hairs and bees. I know what bees mean, but hairs keep coming up. Why is a lack of Christmas cards so suspicious? Oh yeah, I didn't get any Christmas cards that year. Not even... no, I only got one from my mum and my sister that year. It was really weird. Because usually I get... No, I got one from my mum, my sister and Joe Donato. Joe sends me a Christmas card every single year. She always has, without fail, and I suck. I've never managed to get one back to her. I'm terrible. This is why I don't commit to writing letters or anything. I would love to be the kind of person who does mail art and stuff. But honestly, I've got a box of stuff out there that I need to send to Courtney, and a box of stuff I need to send to Amber, and they've both been sitting there for at least 18 months. And I keep thinking, oh, I'm gonna send that out soon. And something always comes up. Either it's something that I can't afford to do the postage because it's to Australia and America and it's expensive, or I'll go, right, I'll do it, and then my car won't start. That was the last one. My car wouldn't start and it was off the road for 3 months. It's just one thing after another, after another, after another. Oh. You don't have to be perfect, just effing do things. Georgia Harstark, my favourite murder. Yeah. Yes. That obviously, somebody obviously got my goat that particular day, because that's one of my favourite quotes, and I only ever use it when I need to, because I'm not really a ranter. I don't find it therapeutic. Some people find it therapeutic to rant about things. I find it therapeutic to do something that involves a lot of detail. So my default will be starting a page like this of illustration writings type stuff. It's a PG channel, so I'm not going to read it out, but you know. my day. AM, working, doggy. PM, getting my car jump started. See, I told you. Evening, sitting on the couch with the puppies, listening to podcasts. And then that one's not finished, but I don't need to take it apart because I keep this in in this one, because then if I want an extra sketchbook for anything, I just chuck it in here. Or I put it in my Ravenclaw one. Guys, I'm going to have to stop. I can't. I've got a real tickle in my throat. I can't keep talking. Which is not like me at all. I did rant after I saw the RAC guy. Yes, I was at the end of my rope by then. Yeah, nothing. Rachel's known me since we were at uni. And I graduated in 1994, so that tells you how long we've known each other. I ranted and she was surprised. She said, I've never seen you that worked up about anything. Ever. But my car had been off the road for 11 and a half weeks. Supposedly being fixed. Although it came back and they said, well, we can't find anything wrong with it. By an actual electrical electrician. That's the word I was looking for. My regular mechanic said it was beyond him. He couldn't figure out what it was. Yeah, I've known Rachel for as long as you've been alive, Risha. We are old people. We skating downhill towards 50, we are. It's awesome. With our petticoats flapping in the wind and still wearing black eyeliner. Growing old disgracefully, as we always said we would. It's great. 50's not old. 50's not old. It feels old when you're 21. It's not old, trust me. Yeah, my car had been off the road for 11 and a half weeks. Supposedly being fixed, but they couldn't find the fix for it. I was having trouble getting hold of him. I was texting him or calling him and he wasn't getting back to me. And he'd tell me like 6 days later, oh, I've been off sick, or oh, the missus has been off sick. I'm like, what, you couldn't text me, or you couldn't get her to text me and say I'm off sick? You know, it takes 2 seconds. I was getting very annoyed. Very annoyed for me. After 11 weeks, I was finally getting to the point where I was thinking, I'm starting to get annoyed now, and everybody was like, really? I'd have been going ape like a month ago. Oh, most people's limit is 11 days. Mine is about 11 weeks. But what really annoyed me, you know, I wasn't that bothered, even when I got it back and they said, well, we can't find what's wrong with it. And I got this hefty bill that I'm still paying. It never bothered me. Even then, I was like, oh, you know, crap happens and it sometimes happens to me. If it wasn't this, it'd be something else, right? And then the day after I got it back, it broke down and I lost it. At the point where the RAC man's plugged it into the machine, which is what the auto electrician was supposed to have been doing for 11 weeks, and said, oh, your crankshaft sensor's gone. That's an easy fix. I'll go and get you one. Hour and a half later, I was back on the road and I've not had an ounce of trouble out of it ever since. And I was freaking livid. That set me off. It takes a lot to get me going. But no, took off like a rocket. I was furious. I was texting Rachel going, I can't get back. Bloody car's broken down. My battery was going because my battery on my phone is rubbish. It needs replacing. I was down to like 4% battery. And the breakdown people kept ringing me and I kept saying to them, don't ring, text, I'm out of battery. And they'd go, okay, I'll let them know. And then the next person would ring me. And I'm like, what is it about don't ring me, text? And passing that simple message on that is so difficult. Yeah, she was getting worried. She was actually getting worried about how venomous I was. Because I'm just not like that. There are so many things in life worth getting angry about. And your car being off the road for a few weeks is when you don't desperately need it. I mean, I need my car. I want my car, but I don't desperately need my car. It's not like I have to commute to work every day or something. It's not the end of the world. The end of the world might actually worry me. But mostly I'm pretty chill. But oof, I was so furious. They should give me a bit off the bill for that, but I'd already paid them. And now I've got to pay another 50 quid to the RAC because they fixed it. I actually thought about sending the bill for the RAC to my mechanic and saying, here you go, you can pay it. But I'd run out of steam by then because I'd ranted and then that was it. I was like, can't be bothered now. But yeah, 115 quid bill to be told there was nothing wrong with it, for it to break down the very next day. The first time I drove it, no less. He brought it back on the Tuesday morning, and I didn't have time to go out in it on the Tuesday because I was filming. Wednesday I popped out. Just between Twitch and YouTube, I thought, you know what? I haven't popped out to go and get coffee and a sandwich for lunch in like 4 months. I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to pop out and go and get a coffee. And it was lucky that I decided, instead of going to Costa, where I would normally go, which would have meant I would break down on the A500, which is a dual carriageway, which would be a nightmare. Yeah, Rachel would still be ranting in 5 years' time. Every time you brought it up, you would get the exact same rant for double the amount of time, because every time she tells you the story of how annoyed she was, she gets more angry. Whereas with me, it gets halved because I get less angry. She'd still be ranting about it when she was an old lady. I remember this time! Yes, we know the story, Rachel, but keep going, it's okay. It's a good job we're like that, really, because the world couldn't cope with two of us. Oh. But yeah, I just, on a whim, I decided to pull into the garage because we've got a 24-hour garage up the road, and I thought, oh, I'll pop some petrol in. Diesel. It's not a petrol engine, it's a diesel engine. But I always call it petrol anyway. We've got a little coffee shop, there's a pie shop, and, you know, it's a really nice little place to pull in, grab some lunch. And as I pulled in, just as I thought, oh, I'll pull into the garage, actually, it started playing up, and I limped around to the car park with it. And as I pulled into the car park, it died. I was so lucky, because if I had not decided to pull into that garage, I wouldn't have been in the right lane, I wouldn't have been going slow enough, and I would have ended up on the dual carriageway and broken down on the slip road. And that would have been a nightmare. Oh, these things are sent to try us, right? Oh, me and Rachel are not going to live in a retirement home. As soon as we're able to, we're just going to be two old biddies living in a house with cats. And dog-friendly cats. Cat-friendly dogs. We already decided. I'm going to have downstairs and the dogs, and she's going to have upstairs with loads of cats. And that's going to be it. And we're just going to sit and bitch about the entire world until we die. There's an old sitcom, an old English sitcom, I think it's called Waiting for God. And it's got this old woman in it who is just bitter and twisted. She's so bitter and twisted. She's hilariously funny and she doesn't realise it. She's got what they call acerbic wit. And she reminds me of Rachel. Every time I see her, I'm like, that's you when you get old. You just have to get old. We'll be like half the Golden Girls. I will make you use a Stammer stair lift. Oh, you've seen that show? I love her. She's awesome. I think, did the actress pass away? I think I think she might have passed away, and that's why they stopped making it, but she was so, so funny. Yeah, I like Victor Meldrew as well. I'm more Victor Meldrew. I like to just sit and chunter and moan about things. She was in Tenko and Mean. Yeah. She's awesome. You're going to be Blanche or Rose when you're old. Okay. She was a journalist before she ended up in a home. Yes, that's right, Lally. She used to be a journalist and she had a column or something. Because one of her favourite sayings was, if I was still writing about this. Anyhow, I'm going to call it a day there because my throat is dying and I've run out of, well, I haven't run out of sketchbooks to show you. Hang on, I've dropped my Wacom pen, and if I don't pick it up, my computer will start doing crazy stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go and finish uploading the vlog. I've got a vlog from yesterday to upload. It's not terribly exciting, it's only 10 minutes long. But I vlogged, okay? And I've been watching the pro vloggers, like Mini Small and Fran and Bye Bun and Furry Little Peach and all those girls, Holly, and watching what they do because I'm trying to get better at editing videos. Filming videos I'm alright with, although I didn't do a very good job yesterday, I realised afterwards, because I'm out of practice, but I'll get better. But editing videos, I've never been a video editor. I don't find it enjoyable, but I'm starting to learn a few little tricks of how to make videos more engaging. So the fact that I had 40 minutes of footage and I got it down to under 10 minutes is a start, really, for how much better at video editing I feel like I've got. I have been practicing, see. But also the pressure's off because I don't edit for classes anymore or anything. Everything's done live like this. And people just skip through what they don't want to watch. It's so much easier for them to just decide, oh, I'm just going to skip through to the bits that I want to watch. Because they can download it, you see. They download the video and then they skip the bits that they're not interested in. It's much easier. I would say I wish I was young, but I still think like I did in my 20s. So I forget I'm old. Yeah, I do too. My brain is still at 28, but I was born 40. I came into my own at 40 years old. I felt like I was like, oh, this is the age I was supposed to be. Don't think I was ever young. Yeah, you're an old lady too, Cody. You were born 40 too. You'll probably find the same thing. As you get older, you'll suddenly hit an age where you think, oh, I've reached the age that I'm supposed to be. I was 40 when I was 8 years old. But I do still think like I always have. I don't think like an old person. I don't know. Anyway. Enough. I'm going to go and do my Bye Bun art challenge, which I will film, so you'll have a vlog tomorrow. At some point, assuming I get it edited. And, well, actually, you are going to have a vlog tomorrow because I've already vlogged today. And when am I back? Next Wednesday. Twitch in the morning, YouTube in the afternoon. See you guys in class tomorrow, and if you're interested in joining my class or my free website, or checking out my online shop, which I'm going to be uploading some more stuff to, maybe later tonight, but more likely tomorrow. I tend to take Friday nights off, so sometime tomorrow I'll be adding some stuff to the shop. And over the next few weeks I'm hoping to add some merch as well for pre-sale. So pop on over, there's the link, it's also down in the description, along with other interesting stuff like my Amazon shop, which has stuff that I regularly use if you're interested in the kind of journals I use and stuff like that. and camera equipment, all that boring stuff. I've updated it all this morning. Well, I couldn't Twitch, I had to do something. See you next week, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.